Hello everyone, if you want to see how I got this bomb bob look from this and that, then continue watching.
Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me.
Okay, so first I need to replace the closure, so I take my seam ripper. You can also use scissors if they're not too bulky, and I'm going to use it to carefully remove the closure by cutting each thread loop. I like doing it this way because I feel like it decreases any chances of messing up the rest of the wig. I've seen other folks actually leave the wig on the mannequin and cut around the closure or cut it out, cut around it, which is not wrong. There's technically no right or wrong way to do this, only what's right for you. But I just found that it took longer because there was excess closure still attached to the wig, which I ended up using the seam ripper anyways. So
No lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get.
As you can see, because I was rushing, I made a mistake and separated some of the last track from the wig cap. But no worries, it's a quick fix. All I need to do is reinforce it again with my sewing machine.
What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you.
If you know, you know, but I just wanted to add that if you're going to do this, make sure not to pull and stretch the cap and to just feed the wig into the sewing machine to prevent it from being lumpy, or also to prevent incorrect sizing.
Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, put your love on me. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get easy.
So here is the old closure I just removed. As you can see, there's a lot of balding towards the middle where my client mainly wore her part because she literally scratched her natural hair with her wig on, which is a big no-no. You can literally cause a bald spot in real life by doing that. And there was a lot of manipulation of baby hairs done to the hairline, which is pretty much non-existent at this point. But all in all, she did pretty good because this is HD lace for my collection, and the wig itself is roughly 2 years old. So here is the new lace closure I'm going to be adding on to the wig. It's a 4x4 closure just like the old one. You definitely want to make sure you're using the same size to replace the old closure. So now you want to get your wig canvas block. That's the size of your wig. In this case, I believe I'm using a 22.5 or a 22. And make sure you fit it nice and snug on there so you can properly pin down the closure. Now I'm taking my closure and I put it in a little ponytail to make it easier, and I'm folding it in half, and I'm going to do that to make sure everything is even on each side and is centered right in the middle of the wig. We don't want one side to be longer than the other. So now I'm pinning down the back of the closure while lining it up, the front of the closure with the front part of the wig, just to make sure that each side is even as possible and no side is longer than the other. So now I'm just taking my sewing needle and thread, and I'm going to go ahead and attach the closure to the wig. But really quickly, I'm just showing you what not to do. I was being distracted at the moment by my husband, but I forgot to pin the actual wig down. As you can see, it caused a lot of bunching, so you'll see here in a second that I'm going to go back in and remove that and start over, because we don't want any lumpy bumpy wigs, people. No, no, no. This is how you properly line it up and pin it down to make sure everything is even. I put the pin a little bit behind the front of the hairline, the front of the actual wig part without the closure, just to prevent the thread from getting stuck in the T-pin. While you're sewing your closure down, sewing everything down, you definitely want to check your work by checking the other side. You'll see me do that here in a second and see if it like lines up. If it doesn't, then you may need to repin it down, and this also prevents bunching of the closure as well. You want everything to lay flat as possible, and you may need to do this a couple times, but it's definitely an important step you do not want to miss. So now I'm just showing you how it looks with the new closure added, and now we're going to proceed to coloring, highlighting the closure to match the rest of the unit. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Blonde Me Bleach and Developer in 40 Developer. And I also just want to put a disclaimer that I am not a colorist. I am self-taught, so do what's best for you, and everything might not be politically or technically correct. So now I just put 1 scoop of the bleach, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it to the consistency I want for the highlights in my little bowl here. Now I'm just parting the hair where my client usually likes to wear it, and doing a thin part in the back just to have that hair out the way so I don't color it. Parting the hair and pinning it out the way, I'm going to part it again where I want to start my highlight. I'm going to weave through the hair, tease or back comb it a little bit, and place my foils and add my bleach. I'm also work my way in there pretty good because you don't want the highlights to be splotchy, and you want to kind of brush up as you saw me doing, just to make sure that it's not like a harsh line. I'll be repeating this step so you can just kind of watch and see exactly how I'm doing it.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me. stop the clock and rewind. Go back to that moment in time when you say you want me for life.
Throughout the bleaching process, you definitely want to check your foils just to make sure, you know, it's bleaching to where you want it. In this case, I was trying to match the highlights, and it's been about 20-30 minutes. So I determined that it was good enough, and we're going to wash it out. So now I'm just rinsing off the bleach with water, and then I'm going to follow up with the Dove Intensive Repair shampoo. And typically after I shampoo it and get all the bleach out, I will use the Fanola No Yellow Blue shampoo or the purple shampoo. But I wanted to keep the yellow tones. And then after that, I'm going to be using the silicone mix in the argan oil one. I typically don't use it on raw Indian hair, but it's all I had at the moment, just to deep condition the wig. And then I'm going to put it in a bag and put it in my deep conditioning cap. So this is how the hair looks after about an hour in the heating cap, and I'm going to hang it to dry. So now that she's all dry, we are finally ready to style her. Right now I'm using my wax stick and my hot comb to first set the part. I find this makes it easier for me to make the part clean and neat. And you will absolutely need a rat tail comb to do this as well.
Faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. Your love, your love.
What you see me doing now is parting the back of the closure and doing the same thing to make sure the tracks are covered properly in the back. After I got the parts like I want them, I'll add my foam, followed by the Fantasia Liquid Mousse Spritz to make it look super neat and flat. And I promise y'all, it's not crunchy and it is still very soft. So here I'm just giving you a close-up of the results. So now we're ready to straighten the hair out. First, I'm going to be using the Paul Mitchell Heat Protection Spray. I'll be sure to link it down below. I should have done this step in the beginning before using the hot comb, but yeah, there was no damage done here. We know to do better next time. So the flat iron I will be using today is by Kipozi. I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but I'll be sure to link that down below as well. But I absolutely love this flat iron, and I'll be doing the chase method with my comb, as you can see. And also, as you can see, I'm going row by row, and I'm taking small sections of the hair where I will press it once or twice for a very sleek finish. You also want to refrain from bumping the ends because we don't want to be giving Lord Farquaad from Shrek. that she's all pressed out, I'm just going to be going in, just because this is just the perfectionist in me, and I'm just touching up the little flyaways at the top, and making sure everything is nice and neat again. Now that I got her like I want her, I'm just using my Kenra holding spray just to seal everything in. So now I'm going to cut the hair from the closure to match the rest of the bob. If you haven't noticed, I'm using pruning shears because I couldn't find my hair cutting shears. Please use hair cutting shears, y'all. I feel like it took me a lot longer than usual. You can also use the electric hair clippers for this step as well.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go.
So this is the final product. She has definitely been brought back to life, honey. Yes, yes. I can't believe this unit is 2 years old and just had a closure replacement. But if you found this content useful, please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell for future videos. Thank you guys. Bye.
I'm talking sweet all by myself.